So when I left Las Vegas, I moved to Los Angeles, and I got an apartment at a place called Club California. It's off of Colfax Avenue in North Hollywood. And as I waited for the light, I looked up and I saw a building. It said Canon Films. And I remember somebody telling me that, oh, you know, Canon Films is a new company that just moved here from England. They're trying to get started. So it was about lunchtime, and I'm thinking, well, what the hell, I'm here anyway. And again, weird as it may sound, I had my script with me. Went across, went to the basement where I was parking, and then I found on their directory, Canon Films was on the fifth floor. So I knew it was still lunchtime, so I still pressed the elevator, went up, opened the door at the top, saw the sign on the door, went through the door. There was somebody in it, but when I went in, there was no one at the reception desk, at the counter. So I'm standing there, and I call out and say, "Hello, hello, anybody here?" And then I hear a voice from inside. I couldn't see her, but she said, "Yes, I'll be right out." So she now comes out and said, "Hi, can I help you?" And I said, "Yes, I'm here about." She says, "You have an appointment." So she interrupted me to ask, and I said, for some reason, I knew I was going to lie, but I lied anyway. I said, "Yes, I think I have an appointment." I can't remember the lady's name. And she said, "Well, you know, almost everybody's out of the office for lunch." I said, yeah, I'm sorry." So I'm already apologizing and thinking of a way to escape because I'm lying to this poor girl. And then she said, "Do you remember who it was that you had an appointment with?" I said, "No, but," and I pretended like I'm really thinking of the name. And she goes, "Was it Priscilla?" I said, "Yeah, I think I know Priscilla." So as I said that, she said, "What's your name?" I said, "Mike Stone." She said, "Excuse me, what is it?" I said, "Mike Stone." So I said it louder. Then all of a sudden, I hear a voice off to the side that said, "Mike Stone, is that the karate guy?" And I heard her say that, and I said, and she said, "Are you the karate guy?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And she goes, "Yeah, he is. Send him in." So I'm going like, holy crap. I mean, you talk about synchronicity. I'm there lying to everybody, and happens to be a lady in there that said her name is Priscilla, and I lied about me having an appointment with her, and now she's invited me in, and it's her lunch break. And Priscilla is sitting at her desk, and she's having a lox and bagel sandwich. So she's in the middle of eating her thing, and I said, "Excuse," I said, "Listen, I'm very sorry." She said, "No, no, you're Mike. Yeah, I recognize you now." I said, "How do you recognize me?" "Oh, my instructor, Danny Duvasola, has a school right down the street here on Sunset, and I'm one of his students." I said, "Yeah, I know Duvasola Gordon very well. He's from Hawaii." She said, "Yeah, I know. We have your picture all up in our studio." So now I'm sitting here and I'm really frantically trying to figure out what am I going to say. And she said, "So how can I help you, Mike?" I said, "Well, I wrote this idea for a script, and it's a new thing actually. I don't think anybody's ever done anything like this in America. And I think it's going to be the new craze for action movies in the United States." "Oh, that's interesting. We're always looking for something new," she said. So I said, "Yeah, it's this thing called Ninja." She says, "Can you explain about it?" So the little that I knew about it myself, I tried to communicate with her what I thought it was and what I believed it was and what I wrote about as the story. And she said, "Well, that sounds very fascinating." So she gets up from her chair, walks around me, and goes to a small door, and she opens and she motions me to come and follow her. So I follow her, and it's a door to a closet. So I walk around her, and the door swings open, and I look in, and it's a closet that has shelves from pretty much the ceiling to pretty much the floor. And on these shelves are hundreds of scripts. And she says, "I just wanted to show you that we get scripts all the time sent to us from everywhere around the world, but we can't use them because we don't have the rights to even look at them. So we don't even look at a script unless it is done personally. People send us scripts all the time hoping that their movie or their script will become a movie hit. And have you done a script before?" And I said, "No, this is my very first one." "But do you know what the chances are of your script ever becoming a movie?" And I said, "Slim." She said, "Yes, slim and none." So I said, "Oh, that's exciting to hear." But she says, I tell you what I do. Now she walks back to her desk. I follow her. She sits down. I tell you what I can do for you since I know of you. I'm going to leave next week for the Canadian Film Festival, and my boss, Menachem Golan, is up there right now. So I'm going to go up there and join him for this film festival. What I'll do, I can only promise you this, Mike, no more. I will read the script on the flight up there. And if I feel it's anything that they may be, I will not even jeopardize my job by telling him, I just want you to look at a script from a friend of mine. I'm going to believe it within myself and believe like you believe in it, that this has potential of being a good movie. So I will read it. If I like it, I will approach him. That's all I can say. After that, it's out of my hands. That's the most I can do. And so I thanked her very much. And I said, well, that's fantastic. So she said, leave me your number and everything. So I left that. So I walked out. When I walked out of the office, I was like, God, that was a weird experience. It's like I was in another time zone or something. I mean, everything about it, synchronistically, everything had to happen exactly at the right time and place. Me standing on the corner, waiting for the light to change, looking up at the building, seeing the address, seeing the name of the building, walking across, realizing all of this was done without any conscious thinking. It just naturally happened. So that's how life can be. So you have to pay attention. So that's how it started. Anyway, about 3 or 4 weeks later, I was leaving my apartment at Club California, and I turned my answer machine on, and I just walked out and closed the door. When I closed the door, I heard the beeping sound that someone was going to leave a message through the door, because it wasn't far. It was a counter just near the door. So I tried to listen and think about whether it was important or not. Then after it beeped, she says, "Hi, Mike, this is Priscilla McDonald. I came back from Canada. I talked to Menachem Golan, and he would like to have a meeting with you in the office." I couldn't find the keys and open the door fast enough. I mean, and I just get the door open just as she says, "Okay, thank you, bye." And she hangs up, and I get to the machine just enough to click it off, call her right back, and she says, "Oh, yeah, I'm glad I got you." No, I said, I was out the door, really. And so what she said, oh, he likes the idea very much, and he'd like to have you come to the office and talk to him about the possibility of maybe doing something with your script. And I said, really? And she goes, yeah, really. I know him very well, and he wouldn't say anything. They don't waste their time making false promises. If they're interested, they will take a meeting with you, and if they like it, if they like the concept, the idea, and just, she said something really cute. She said, just explain to him with the same energy that you did when you came here. Just tell him like that. So that's what happened. So the saga continues.